In this video, we install a new shelf, move out of our apartment, destroy our wastewater system, and endure a snowstorm. We also experience some electrical gremlins.
Oh, bud, he's scared of the camera. Come here, bud. You can do it. Come on. Jump up. Oh. Jump up. Oh, there you are, bud. Hi. Good boy. Come see it, bud. What's this? Oh, good boy. What's this, bud? Smell it. Good boy. Yes. Yes. We pretty much have to train Sprocket to like anything that moves weirdly. Is my lens dirty? Doing a little quick upgrade in the van, and we're going to be putting some slidey shelves in here. As you can tell with these shelves, they just have these like black things usually, and then you just put your shelves kind of wherever. If you have anything front and center, you have to move everything to get to it, which is kind of annoying. So we're going to be compromising a little bit of storage space in this situation, but more accessible storage space. So which one's worth more to us? More accessible. So we're doing this little guy here. You just center this on here, and then essentially just drill in the holes they tell you. Alright, let's send it. Drill here. So it was a little bit of dick around, but check that out, and it doesn't really rub. It's a little floppy, but now we can access stuff back here. Sick. So this is the challenge, is that this one has to snipe it between this and this, which is the door latch. I just want to share our dog. Look at him. He doesn't even look like our dog. Ew. So we have two drawers now. This one was like screaming at us. You kind of have to like tweak it and stuff, and it's sliding in and out nicely, but it just barely fits. Now we have some shelving. That's sick. Thanks Baja RV for the idea. What a unit.
Look at our pimp ride. We're off to storage. We're officially out of our apartment with all our stuff.
Oh yeah.
We just moved into our van full time, and we're just settling into the van. We've got kind of stuff everywhere. Not the first time we're in the van this year, but we are fully moved in. Like, we have a lot more of our stuff, a lot more clothing, just like general living stuff. It's not just like a trip this time, we're in here with everything. I'm washing some jars for overnight oats. So I'm gonna make those for breakfast tomorrow. We are just dewinterizing the tank, so we're cleaning it right now. We've got a cleaning solution in there, so I can't use that water, so I'm just using bottled water right now just to rinse these off and stuff. The dogs are chilling. Like I said, we have stuff everywhere. I'm gonna put this all away tonight, hopefully, if I can fit everything. We got some new art, and I put a hook for my hat, finally. I've got my beautiful Hoya plant. It's gonna stay in here probably till the end of May, so a full month. And then I'm gonna leave it with my sister, who watches all my plants because she's awesome. We moved everything out of our duplex yesterday, so we were exhausted and sore, and we stayed in a campground. We just had a shower, ate, and went to bed. So tonight we're just parked outside a mall, and I'm just putting stuff away. I will have to run the heater. It's actually pretty awful outside. It's really windy. We got snow last night, and it got to -3 Celsius, I think. Not super cold, like that's just below 0. And yeah, so I'll be running the heater. It's already a little chilly in here. I think it's only like 3 degrees outside right now, Celsius. Not enjoying this at all today. Hopefully after this week of crappy weather, it gets a little better. And yeah, it's actually so gross outside. Those are probably snow clouds. It's a coming. I'm at Cross Iron Mills, just outside Calgary, waiting on the snow. Oh, you can see it. It's happening. It just started. That's terrible lighting. Why would you guys let me do that? Okay, we are expecting more snow today and tomorrow, which is not ideal for our first week full-time in the van. It's cold, it's really windy today. We did pack most of our winter clothing into storage, so yeah, we don't have the warmest clothes for snowy weather. We don't have Small's jacket, it's packed away. She was cold this morning. Darcy went biking. He rides BMX. There's an indoor park, so he doesn't have to ride in the gross weather. It's actually the last day. They're shutting down though because Calgary can't have nice things. So yeah, so he's gone to do that. I'm going to do some filming, do a bunch of editing, and I'm going to put all of our stuff in the van away because we just got in here yesterday. Well, I guess it was last night. We were done everything in the duplex, so we moved in around 5 p.m. last night. Didn't get a lot unpacked in the van yet. I've done a little bit here and there, but it's a process. We've got some things in the future we want to do, like put the box on the back and like a spare tire mount and all of that. And once we have that, some of our leveling blocks and stupid stuff like that that just takes up room can go in that box at the back. But until then, it's all living inside. We don't like stuff on the floor, but it's kind of a necessary evil, I guess, in this van. We have quite a bit of stuff for being in here 6 months out of the year, or a little more if it's not in the shop. Airstream. But yeah, we're figuring it out. And then I will probably go to bed early because I'm still tired. I'm exhausted. The dogs are also exhausted. They just ate supper. Hi, buddy. You can sleep. It's just the camera. Spark is not sure about cameras yet. Yeah. And this is a brand new one, so I'm learning how to use it too. I'm making oats over here. I will mix these up and then I'll try to find room in our fridge to put them. We are currently 4 degrees Celsius outside. I don't have the heat on yet, but it's 15 and 16 degrees, so it's getting kind of cooler. I will turn it on soonish. Looks like we're in for a long gross night. Smalls could care less. I might just watch some YouTube in bed, drink some tea, and snuggle up with my pups. They've abandoned me because they got cold. Sprocket wanted up here. Hey, Bubby. He's grumpy. See, when I pet him, he gets grumpy. So we just leave him alone when he's tired. And Smalls, I gave her a little blankie. She's all snuggled up. And we've got company over there, someone in the parking lot. People just park here all night, so you'll never have an issue here. I just made some tea. I'm watching Good Mythical Morning, my favorite YouTube show. Smalls is up here with me. Sprocket's still at the very back. I'm not sure if I'll go to sleep before Darcy gets here or not. He will probably wake me up. To close the sliding door, you basically have to just slam it. Otherwise it doesn't latch, and it's very loud. So that's one thing to know. It's kind of finicky to open and close, and actually it cut me. There's Velcro on the doors right by the handle, and it grabbed my finger today. And it's not very pleasant. It's like hard Velcro for the blind and scratched me. So I just put the black side out because we just want to be a little more stealthy. We are at a mall, and the less people that bother us, the better. So instead of the bright, shiny silver side, just got the black side out because you can't really tell when you're outside at night if it's just dark inside the van, that there's like nothing covering the windows, sort of. So stealth. Over here, because we roll these up, they're kind of annoying and stay slightly like rolled, so we ended up putting a little piece of Velcro, if you can see that right there, and then we have a Velcro on here, You just stick it. It works better when you don't have the black side out because I have them set for the silver side, but now it's stuck all over. I said I was gonna wait till it was dark to put the window covers up, like once I turn the lights on, but there are a few other people parking in this lot with me, so I just decided I'll throw them up just since I'm alone, hanging out. Don't really feel like having people look in, but I will take the dogs out soon for a walk as well. It's close to their bedtime, so we'll brush their teeth, take them potty, and crawl into bed and watch a show maybe. I'm walking the dogs on this beautiful pet path by the mall, and there's so much dog poop everywhere. I've got mine picked up, but it's actually disgusting. It's everywhere. There's a blue heron flying around. Oh, he just pooped. It was pretty, but there's like this little creek and a bridge, and this is just the mall. They're having an RV show. Yeah, it's actually really pretty. I just got back from my walk and it's so cold out. I wore my mittens and that helped a lot, but it's so windy. I should have dug my windbreaker out and worn that. It's starting to snow a little bit again. Normally Darcy takes them out, but mostly because I'm a wimp and I don't like being cold. Face is washed, teeth are brushed. I'm ready to crawl into bed and watch a show, so see you tomorrow. Horse fires we want.
Sprocket is scared of the camera. Look at him, he's just eyeballing us.
He's only scared when it zooms.
I'm zoomed right in on his face.
We're eating the oats I made last night. We're tearing apart the bike park that I told you about a little bit. Lots of work. Gotta fuel up.
It's so much work. And there's so much more to do. Good?
Mine's better than yours.
No way. This is my favorite spot because the heater blows right on my feet. Don't mind the crock falling out of the hole. That's just our shoe hole. Ooh, yummy. Hey, bud. You being a good boy? Oh.
So the weather's trash. We're gonna have a shower. And there's like black mold all over the ceiling.
Do what you gotta do sometimes. So I don't know how good you can hear me, or if at all, but this is like one of our go-to spots for when we're in Calgary is the mall. And this is it. This is our home for the night. There's planes going by. There's lots of kind of consistent noise, and it's not too bad. Jump up. Come here, Smalls. Good girl. Yes, good boy, good girl. It's supposed to be nice out, but we're bundled up again. We literally like started van life like 2 days ago, and now there's like a winter storm. Windy, cold weather, just like we're used to. And we're hunkered down, heat's going, and we're just getting ready for tomorrow. This sink design's gotta be one of the worst designed sinks ever. So the main reason is that to go hot, you actually have to turn it on like full blast and then wait. There's no hot or cold, it's just kind of hot and cold. And then you have to slowly drain it through this hole, or else it spills onto that ledge. Which in turn spills into here, and then if we didn't silicone this, it would just leak out into the bathroom.
Oh. This is us tucking into bed. Smile.
Oh, I was gonna do my hair. I wear a silk turban, but I'm not putting it on for camera.
Smalls cuddles up with us, and there's like a winter storm outside right now. Once again, winter storm in the van. It just won't go away, so we're doing it again.
Yay.
And Sprocket sleeps down there because it's a little cooler. It's a little warmer up here. It's a little warm actually inside today. 19 degrees, which is, who cares, in freedom units. Also, I need to shave, but we're gonna hit the hay and we'll talk to you guys in the morning. Show you our spot in the daylight. Go, Smalls, go! Careful, bud. Come here. We're literally not doing anything exciting for the next like few days. It's not an adventure video. It's just like how we deal with our stuff.
Just straight up living in a van.
We're literally just straight out living in the van right now for the next like probably like 3 weeks or so, and then we're gonna go on an adventure in the van, and then we gotta live in the van for longer, and then we're gonna go some more adventuring. So we're like half time living in the van, half time adventuring living in the van. Hey buddy, you scared of the camera still? It's okay. What's that? Yeah, good boy. Yeah. Hi, Smalls. It'll always make you feel a little bit better when you're at a parking lot and there's other people here doing the same thing, right?
Yeah, you know you're not gonna get kicked out, and you know probably nobody will harass you, but there's still the option or opportunity.
Oh!
Bikes. Always.
Oh! Took a break. We got some food. I'm fine. How did he save that? I don't know. He went all the rest of the food.
Oh, look! Can you see yourself? Look! Oh!
For the last 3 days, Darcy and I have been helping a friend who has an indoor bike park, and it's closing because they don't have enough support. Times are tough for everyone. Prices of rent just are insane. So for the last 3 days, we've literally been tearing apart bike ramps made of plywood and lumber and all that jazz. So we're physically and mentally just burnt out and exhausted. And we are going to take the weekend off. We had Darcy's truck too, as well as a van, so we need somewhere to park his truck where it won't get broken into, because he does have all his tools and lots of money worth of tools and supplies in his truck for work, because it's his work truck. So we were driving about an hour and a half from Calgary. Well, that's how far we had to go. We weren't there yet, but I was following Darcy, but I was a ways behind him. I just didn't want to go as fast as he was going. And there's a couple ways we could have taken, but when we were leaving the city, there was like accidents, and it was just mayhem and idiot drivers everywhere. And I hate driving the van through the city when it's busy, but that was all good, all fine. We just wasted a freaking hour trying to get through the city. And then we were on this highway, like it was still paved and everything, and then Darcy was probably a kilometer ahead of me, at least a kilometer or two maybe. And then I saw a piece of metal. The way the sun was, I saw it right before I was on top of it. And there was a car beside me. I had nowhere to go. So I tried to swerve over into my lane more because it was kind of in the wheel path, but I caught it. So that beat the shit out of the bottom of the van. Knocked the sewer stuff off. cut our timberline hose, fuel hose. So no more clicking for us. That's a good way to fix that piece of crap. It's just one thing after another. Yeah, so I'm glad it wasn't the tires. If you're planning on getting Falcon tires, I suggest it because they can run over fucking scrap iron. So yeah, had a good cry. Just not feeling van life. This is our first week back in and it's just been complete flipping garbage. And just go non-stop, like we haven't had time to friggin' hardly sleep or do anything. And then now all of a sudden this shit. And Darcy was in front of me, like I said. He didn't even see the metal. Like, I looked back and it was in the middle of the road, and then Darcy and I went back to try to find it, but it wasn't there. But I think someone picked it up. There was quite a few cars going by, or else somebody else hit it and it went in the ditch. I'm not sure, but yeah, I knocked the cover off of our sewer pipe and cracked it so everything leaked out. And now we're at a campground and we can't get a hold of the people to pay for it, but we were just here not too many days ago, so we know the gate code. So we're parked and trying to fix our sewer pipe and hose, and Darcy just went to the hardware store that closes in like 20 minutes. I had a good cry because I'm just over this fucking van. It's just, I feel like it's cursed. It's just one thing after another. I know this was technically my fault, not that I could do much. Darcy didn't even see the metal in the road. That's how much you couldn't see it till you're on it. And yeah, so I just feel like everything that can go wrong with this van has, and then now it's like the van's working, but we're just gonna give you some more bad luck because we hate you. Like, the world feels pretty much against us in this fucking van. Van life's not all the fun it's cracked up to be. So Darcy's fixing stuff. We flushed everything out just to clean the pipes out.
Luckily, I have an entire toolbox in my truck.
So this is the support for that pipe. This flimsy little piece of metal I hit on the road was bigger than that. Also looks like it cut here, or what cut there?
So it looks like we got our fuel line for our heater got ripped out. The generator fuel line still works. I tested that out. But our fuel line, we'll just have to patch it.
But also, while we're down here, look at this stuff. This is the stuff Airstream sends you home with. Rusted screws, not even in there. So this is how rusty this bracket is anyways, before it got smashed.
Oh, give me the channel.
Where? So yeah, look, see how rusted? All the paint's flicking off. I mean, it is under the vehicle, but this vehicle doesn't really see salt often because it's mostly just used in summer. We haven't fully lived in it winterized.
Why is this so dipped?
Life. They should be stainless steel screws. I'm sure the ones on the roof probably look the same as those, which is exciting. Even all these little rivets, the inside's just rust. These are rusting. Ugh.
So essentially there's a bracket that holds the main pipe where the gray water and the black water connect. There's a little bracket right on the edge of the valve there, and it kind of pulled out. It's either broken or really messed up because it won't go back in. We also broke the fuel line to the heater and some of the insulation that protects the exhaust pipe from stuff, but that's our day. So essentially, I just got to get a couple new parts and I should be able to fix it up, no problem. Just the seal isn't quite holding, so the not fun side. So we cleaned it out real good before we started working on it. And now it's almost fixed. I think we got to get some parts and put it back together. But we're just going to go for a walk, me and the dogs, burn off some stress. And yeah, enjoy this campground. Pretty much all to herself. It's a beautiful night. Finally getting some good weather for the next few days.
Darcy's outside filming right now with the dogs. It didn't actually wreck it too bad. I just cannot catch a break. We moved out of our place and we've been helping with this bike park, and it just feels like there's no time for anything, and then this stuff happens and you're just scrambling. Like, it's Friday night, nothing's open. We got a couple things from the hardware store, but now we need another piece of pipe. Darcy was just talking when we were out there trying to fix it, and he's like, I don't know how I didn't hit it because he didn't even see it. So it's just lucky he didn't drive over it. And it's just so random because it's like, I didn't want to take that way, but Darcy always takes that way because it's faster. And I was like, I almost said, let's take the other way, but then we took that one. And I wanted to leave earlier today, and we didn't. And then we got stuck in all that traffic. We were just in a rush. Just the sun was the perfect spot. Stupid sun glaring off stuff. I'm just so flustered, and I'm dirty. I'm covered in sawdust. I still have to go shower. I can't do dishes. I have a sink full of dishes because I left them. Because I was like, I'll do them when I make supper and have dishes then and do them all at once instead of doing them a couple times. And now I can't, so that's what I get. Too tired to do laundry. We have some sawdusty clothes. But I think we're going to end up staying here 2 days. We're going to fix the van and just get everything done. We didn't really have anything planned. We were just going to do a little excursion, stay in the wild. But now we have no heater because the fuel line's ripped off and we have no water. I mean, we can use the gray water, but it just dumps on the ground. And since we're in the campground, we're not going to do that tonight. Luckily, there's bathrooms here. It's just go, go, go lately. Like we packed up. I've been packing up our place. I did Darcy's workbooks. Then we moved out. And then we've been doing this, and it's just nonstop chaos. Literal chaos. We went on a little drive, and look what we found.
When Tess hit a big piece of metal, it ripped whatever groove in this bracket here out.
Your nose is really big on camera.
You know what's big? Your freaking butt.
So we're gonna put the old parts on the new parts and put it back in the line. And hopefully everything's sealed up and works.
So because they have PVC here, we have to use the old piece on the gray water side. And then it's just a rubber connector. This one, we'll use the new valve. We might as well since we have it. This is the part we don't need because this part is also PVC glued into the van. And while I was in the city, we got some new straps and some longer ball things.
Oh, don't eat that.
Power tools aren't working. I'm just gonna use old school. Okay, there. So we got that fixed up. Somehow the people at Woody's RV, Red Deer, had one of these. And everything spins off nicely. It's almost like it needed to be done anyways.
Yeah, that cap's way better. Fits better.
But I would like to support this so it's not just clanging around like that. I don't know how to... Oh, that might work. It's better. It's not very pretty. Look at this bracket that Airstream gives you, it just rusts already. So now I'll probably have to take it apart one day and
Paint it.
paint it. But we got some undercoating paint that we're gonna paint. I think I'm even gonna paint our box so it doesn't get all chipped up. And then this isn't silver, so it's kind of more slick looking.
Stealthy.
See how it goes. So we got our fuel line also got ripped apart, and this thing all got smushed. This fuel line runs the generator, and it looks like it's okay, but could use a repair eventually. But I'm gonna try to tuck it all up. Looks like there was a pin there, but it got ripped out. It's just you. Oh, grab my fuel line. Oh, nice. It fits. It fits. But I don't need this much hose. This is the smallest clamp they had. Hopefully that works. Might even work without screwing it together.
What do you mean?
Like this clamp thing. Like it's, the hose is like strong enough. There's one side, and then I essentially just have to cut it and jam it on there and put another bracket on.
So this tire went right over the piece of iron. Not flat. Darcy's in love with these Falcon Wild Peaks. So yeah, highly recommend.
Your wife can run over anything.
Darcy was in front of me and didn't even see it. So how was I supposed to see it?
I dodged it. Whether it was on purpose or not, I dodged it. So one of the biggest like pet peeves in like the industry is like people who don't cut their zip ties properly. And let me show you what I mean. So see this zip tie? It doesn't have the end cut. So the problem with that in industry is that you can slice yourself open on those. Especially when you're using tie wrap that are actually high quality. Look all the way. And on top of that, they didn't even cut those ones. They didn't even cut them off at all. You gotta either use these flat ones, not side cutters, they have to be the flat ones, or linesmans to twist them off. I don't want to tighten them up too much, so essentially you cut it off so it's flush, and then you fix everyone else's mistakes so that you don't get hurt later. And now we will test the heater fuel line. What? Alright, we're gonna give it a little testy poo here. Oh, I heard a tick. Oh, I see fuel. Let's see if we can get it. Oh no, it's leaking. It's zoomed right in on my face. Let's see what we get this time. I cranked those things down. I might actually have to do the whole line, which looks like it sucks. It goes all the way. Apparently I didn't tighten these ones enough either. I don't like over tightening stuff because you can break stuff. That should be better. The poo one's good though still.
That's all that matters.
That's all that matters, is the poo one's good. We're currently staying at a little campground outside of Sundre. This is where we just moved out of. This is where our rental was all winter, and now we're back in the van. Jacked. We're just getting it all ready. We're trying to summarize it. We put like this tank cleaner in to get rid of the antifreeze. So we're just blowing that through. So now that we got all that fixed, it's good. This campground is actually pretty nice. There's not much to do unless you're a golfer, but there's nobody here right now because it's super off season. Last time we stayed here a couple days ago, it was literally snowing, but it's just beautiful right now. We'll have to give you a little tour of the washrooms and the showers and the laundry facilities. Maybe a little sneak peek of the golf course. What do you guys think of this retro look? It actually looks pretty slick on the screen, but I don't know how it looks on real life, so we'll check it out. Tess, you want to come help me do a tour of the little campground we're at? Check that thing out. This thing here is like what you need with the Airstream. With that valve, it makes it way easier to fill your tanks. Just go get one right away. So this campground has water, sewer, power at all of their campsites. They're all very level and they all have like a patch of grass, which is awesome. Your only lame thing, which I understand, is that there's a giant nice golf course behind you and you're not allowed on it. They also have these cool fire pits that you can't use because there's a fire ban. They got some birdhouses, and then the lots are pretty big. I mean, it might feel big because we have a 21-foot RV, but if you have a giant one, it might feel not so big. So yeah, you can see that it's pretty nice here. It's very well kept. It's nice to stay in. It's comforting and welcoming, especially when there's nobody here. It's really nice.
So we just discovered our pop-up tower's not working. The plug-in under the bench is not working. And Darcy's down there playing with the wiring. Excuse my dishes. We just got our pipe fixed so I can run water again. But yeah, I was about to cook supper and can't use this. So we don't know if it's from something I did with the metal, but I doubt it. I can't see why there'd be any wiring under the van. But yeah, we're trying to figure that out.
So we took the microwave out. I tested all the connections in here. We tested all the connections in the relay box, and
I just went to grab a charging cable so we could test some plugs, and Darcy had this big block on it under the table, which covers a red light that would be in here, like that. If it's tripped, your red light's gonna show, and then you just hit reset and everything works again. But because that block was there, I did not see that. I'll show you. Can't see anything. So yeah, that was fun.
fun little experiment.
But I'm glad it was that and not some wiring or something crazy. But still, that sucked because we were hungry.
Oh boy. It's working! Our cauliflower bites say oven only, but I mean the only oven we got is a micro oven.
Well, it's all cauliflower. Like, I don't think it can hurt you. It probably can. We'll find out if we're done. I lost one. Gnocchi down.
Tess always gets mad at me because I call it gnocchi on purpose, but it's gnocchi.
Gnocchi.
Oh, it's gnocchi. So I gotta clean up this because my mess and our iPad. Our van's getting a little bit out of control, but we were kind of panicking to get the electrical system figured out. I had my handy dandy fluke out, testing all the circuits and everything, and found out it was just a stupid breaker. We forgot the light was covered with this charger. So we're gonna get after some food and
Clean up.
clean up.